I'm recording now.
Okay.
I'm not
Marked
sure
it.
what Logan's doing back there, but
I'm recording now. I'm Spartacus.
nice.
Oh God, Audacity. The
Check.
Audacity. Is that any better? Is that any better?
Yes,
Still pretty
perfect.
Quiet.
I think his volume's fine.
Is that any better?
No. That made you quieter.
Logan, you need to pick up a cloud lifter.
A cloud lifter?
I think you would like that.
Cloud lifter.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know what that is, but sure.
Is that basically just a hardware cutoff? Hardware gate?
I didn't hear that.
It is.
Okay, I'm recording now. You can start.
All right. Are we ready?
Am I better? Am I louder now?
You're good.
sound fine. All
Okay.
right, welcome to the CouncilCast. This is episode 169, being recorded on June 1st, 2021.
Ayo.
The council is now in session, and as with every week, we will make arbitrary decisions about topics on science, technology, and random shit,
Random shit.
with a little background and next to no expertise. All CouncilCast decisions are
Council
final.
kisses.
The council guesses are final and have no bearing on anything, except for maybe how small Logan is tonight.
So small.
He's so tiny.
What she said.
Oh my god. I don't know.
That's what she said.
I hope that your volume changes with your size.
I don't.
That's what she said.
This evening, we're going to start with our fantastic science topics. And we're starting off with the Oklahoma lawmaker who's putting out a bounty for capturing Bigfoot. For all of those who don't know what Bigfoot looks like, I'm pulling up a picture on the screen for you.
Maybe, hopefully.
So, Brian, please tell us, how are they going to catch Bigfoot?
You know, I know that you put this in science because you're just trying to razz me, give me a hard time, but a lot of people don't realize this. Bigfoot is a real thing, and this picture is proof.
It's related to Bigfoot.
Put the
Brian's
picture up,
related.
Blaine. Well, we're all related to Bigfoot, but, you know.
I mean, at some level, I guess. But, yeah,
Right.
apparently Oklahoma State Representative Justin Humphrey announced that he is going to put out a statewide $3 million bounty for the live capture of Bigfoot.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, I'm glad that they're capturing him live. If it was coming from their neighbors to the south, it would definitely be a dead Bigfoot. So I'm happy that they're specifying that to claim the bounty, he has to be alive. Or she.
That bounty?
Or it.
Yeah, go grab Uncle Lou.
Yeah, it does have to be
Yeah.
alive. It won't count. You'll probably have to pay $3 million if you bring in a dead one.
I mean, that
You know-
would be an endangered species. So
The deal is that Bigfoot is, many people don't know this, but Bigfoot is not just like a beast or an animal. So trapping Bigfoot is just pointless. Bigfoot's IQ is off the charts. They'll never catch him.
That's why he's so elusive, huh?
It's very smart.
Very, very smart.
see, I always thought that Bigfoots were in like the Pacific Northwest and all of the deep trees and forests that are out there. So what makes
That's the conspiracy theory, Dave?
what
that
makes
Bigfoots
Oklahoma
have
think that
propagated
they have the
themselves.
Bigfoot?
Well, apparently Oklahoma does have an annual Bigfoot festival and conference, so I can only imagine that they attract a lot of Bigfoots during the Bigfoot conference.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
And apparently they have a Bigfoot country. I don't know. Apparently Oklahoma's claiming it. You know, Oklahoma claims a lot of things. And I'm just gonna go with it.
Oklahoma's planning.
Oklahoma planning. You know,
Actually, I believe that Bigfoot is in the right category for Oklahoma.
thumbs up for getting Bigfoot in the right Oklahoma category, I guess.
Goodness.
No, I'm upset by this article. Because
It's impossible.
because I don't think the bounty is high enough for the amount of work it'll take to catch him.
That's awesome. Sure, why not? What if you had to pick your own bounty? What would it be then?
Yeah, what is Bigfoot
10
worth?
billion, $10 billion
Oh,
Billion?
with a B.
per big foot.
You can make some bank.
If you catch a whole family of big feet, you can make
Yeah, Oklahoma.
enough to
The
retire
mayor
on,
of
I'm
Oklahoma,
sure.
or the mayor or governor of Oklahoma, put a
Mayor of
bounty
Oklahoma.
mayor of Oklahoma put a bounty of $3 million out to catch Bigfoot.
That sounds about right. Well, if you wanted to catch smaller creatures, you might be able to talk to our favorite engineer, Mark Rober, who has apparently created a squirrel-proof obstacle course to keep his nuts protected.
Oh my gosh, I've seen this.
What a
I'll pull up,
sciencey thing.
I'll pull up a little bit about how it works, but there's a video of the squirrel kind of running around.
Gives them all names, all the ones that try, because they keep coming back, and so he actually has test subjects that return as he increases the complexity of his traps.
So
I'm on Team Fat
about-
Gus.
I'm kind of thinking this topic really belongs in a different category. I'm kind of
It's-
disappointed that you've got something so
sciencey.
just
This
well,
is
it's
an
not very
experiment.
sciencey in science.
This is an experiment on how to train squirrels.
Mm.
I don't see how this isn't science, Brian.
This is science.
I am
You know
impressed
what?
with this one and his last video on how quickly they actually learned. I want to know how many failed attempts, but you can definitely tell from take to take that there is recognition, and they just skip parts of it knowing that it's not a problem and just keep moving. Like they learn that, yep, this is how I get through the tunnels or the vents, the air vents that I have to crawl through. Although I don't think they figured out how to lower the cage to get out of the
I don't know. I've got real squirrel problem at work. They've disabled the truck by chewing up wires. They took out our chiller by chewing up wires. I don't know. They're
This
pretty
sounds like
smart.
a great article. This sounds like a great article.
Maybe
A very useful one.
Yeah, maybe you should invest in something other than wires. That'd be my recommendation.
You know, I'm just all I'm sitting here thinking is like, this is really a cool thing to watch. Like, oh wow, neat. They're crawling through these tubes. They're getting stuck in these boxes. How much does it suck when you have to like crawl up on your roof to get the dead squirrel out of the tube that it dies in?
I'm
How-
probably not the right person to ask him. Pretty mad about the squirrels where I'm at.
You
So
train a different squirrel to go get those squirrels. Some of them are trained to get nuts.
They have
some
a
of 'em are trained to
casino?
get the dead ones.
when Bigfoot has to catch
Oh,
a squirrel, he doesn't
great.
use such an elaborate thing. He's
Come
just way
on.
smarter than the NASA guy.
Come on.
That seems
I don't know.
That seems fair.
Cannibalistic squirrels. That's just far enough for this show.
I don't know about that. Cannibals, whatever.
Or is it?
Well, something that you might not do with your neighbors is hang out on a roof, but maybe you want to share your internet with them, which is what Amazon devices will soon do automatically for you because you're just the world's best neighbor.
Aren't neighbors
What?
already trying to share your internet illegally?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, if you've ever sat in your house and been like, hey, how many other people's Wi-Fi networks can I get on? I mean, Amazon has just opened it up as a free-for-all now. No more hiding behind, hey, what's your password, neighbor?
Yeah, this
mean-
is a bunch of bullshit here. What Amazon devices are doing this?
So the way I understand it, so I remember reading about this a while ago, and it's by default Amazon devices, including the Alexa, Echo, Ring, security cams, outdoor light, motion sensors, and tile trackers will enroll you automatically in the system. It's called Amazon Sidewalk, and what it does is it will basically take a portion of your Wi-Fi, a portion of your internet, and fraction it off to give other people access to that internet, basically. So it's kind of creating its own little mesh wireless network to kind of extend your own network is how they kind of promote it. They're like, hey, as you walk down your sidewalk, you're on your Wi-Fi or whatnot, and isn't it great that you still have Wi-Fi even though you're like a block and a half from your house? Well, it's sharing through your neighbor's Wi-Fi.
I don't
Yeah,
like
no,
this.
not cool.
This reminds me of the
it-
Walmart commercial where the Walmart people come into your home and put the groceries away for you. It just doesn't seem right.
Yeah, I mean, it
Nope.
certainly it sounds like a good idea in theory, but I mean, there's a ton of just privacy concerns that people are having issues with here, where it's like, first of all, I'm connecting to somebody else's network, and then like that person possibly is using some of their download bandwidth to like support me. So then what happens? Like, it's really
Eric
weird.
Eric has a comment. Eric has a comment that I will draw everyone's attention to, but we can't actually read because our video will then get demonetized because of the content of the of the of the post. So sorry, Eric, we can't read this one, but anyone who's watching along can just read his comment now.
Wow.
Okay, that was enough time for that. Keep going.
Well, so if you do not want to participate in this awesome experiment by Amazon, you can in fact turn it off. It's pretty simple to do. All you have to do is open up your Alexa app. You have to go to your More and select Settings, and then go to your Amazon account, Amazon Sidewalk, and turn Amazon Sidewalk off. I'll put the instructions up on the screen for everybody. So
I
as
encourage
do.
all of our viewers to do this.
as you all do that right now, just make sure you do that and turn it off. But yes, this is not cool.
This is not cool.
And the fact
This
that
is
they're
not
turning it
cool.
on by default is just like what's weird. Like, I guess the only way to make people adopt it is to turn on these creepy privacy things by default. It's like, hey, we can make make communism a thing by having everybody's house unlocked all the time. It's about
Oh, that's nice.
Knock, knock, knock.
who's there?
KGB.
KGB who?
You messed it up,
You
Logan.
walked into that one. Yeah, it's Amazon Sidewalk. That's who's there. Yeah, I give this a thumbs down to Amazon. I mean, the fact
I don't
that they
get.
didn't really
I
tell
don't get
people
in
about
what
it.
world they would think that people would do this. Who would do this?
People who aren't paying attention.
Oh, okay. So everyone would do this. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in theory, the idea is really, really cool if there was
We live in a
still
different world.
the opportunity for. No, listen, take a step back here. If you were able to, thank you for taking a step back, literally. If you were able to, make sure that the person's security was protected 100%. But it would piggyback your Wi-Fi network so that you did have Wi-Fi up and down your block without anyone else having access to your Wi-Fi, right? It's extending your Wi-Fi for you, and your neighbor's Wi-Fi is extended through your device, and it's just extending that range, but not collecting any data from the people who are using it. But that's not at all what they're doing. They're just now trying to figure out what everyone on your block is shopping for so they can start pushing ads to people around you faster and more readily. So
If that's the case,
I don't know. I think in theory it could be a really, really cool thing, but
if that's the case, then I can't wait. I'm pretty sure Google's going to come out with their own version next year. For sure.
oh yeah,
Um,
thumbs down.
Yeah, so
Thumbs
something
down.
that is gonna die though, unlike Amazon Sidewalk, is Microsoft's Windows 10X. We never knew ya. So long and goodbye.
What?
That was a thing?
Yeah,
It never saw the light of day.
it never came out. But Windows 10X, which was the operating system that was supposedly gonna bring Windows, I think really bring Windows to ARM, isn't it, Dave? Wasn't that
Yeah.
thing again?
This
For the second
again.
time?
I mean, Windows 8 was on ARM, and then it wasn't, and then yeah, just
So apparently Microsoft is now confirming that yeah, it's not going to come out after all. Just kidding. So if you were really
So
hungry-
how is Apple the only one who's figured out how to manage building an entire infrastructure on ARM?
not
That's a good
Android.
question.
yeah, they're the only ones.
There's a
Yeah,
How
small
are they the only
How come
one?
Apple is
there's
the
a
only one that's
small
been able to figure out how
company
to do that?
called Google that has this operating system. I don't know if you've heard
Yeah.
about it. It's called Android.
He probably hasn't.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
And that's on ARM as well,
I have
Dave?
an iPhone.
So they stole
Yes.
this
He has
from.
a phone
So
phone?
Android stole this idea from Apple?
Exactly.
Definitely.
You'd think they'd be upset
The
about
marketing
that.
machine.
No.
The marketing machine works again.
And
So
maybe you've heard
how
of
many- What's
a
in the
Chromebook.
future of Windows then? So is Windows going to go? They skipped their 10X died. So what are they headed to next? Do we know?
Well, we're just on Windows 10 for forever until the next best one comes out, which is apparently later this year.
I hope that's the name. I hope that's the name of their next operating system. Just Windows 10 forever.
I mean, that's
It goes Windows
when
10,
it came out.
Windows 10 forever, and then that's
Windows
it.
10 Infinity. No,
That's-
Windows 10 Infinity. 'Cause
They
that's
just
the little
never-
squiggly sign.
They just never changed the name of it. They continue to update it, but you never get an iteration number. It's just like,
Oh,
hey, we pushed out a new update.
What about
But-
100
what if they
times
just get rid of the 10?
Point
What if they get
one,
rid of the 10 and go
point 10.
Windows Infinity?
I mean, it can't be any worse than saying that your operating system is operating system 10, but it's also 11. I mean, I can't think of anybody else who's ever done that around here.
Yeah, Apple.
No, wait, they're still
Apple
on
just
OS
wanted to
X,
jump ahead.
right? It's still just 10.
I think they dropped the X now on the latest version, I thought,
Yes.
Now they
they
just
did.
go
Straight to 20 on
operating system.
Android.
because they just kind of were like, oh yeah, it's actually just an X, not a 10, even though it was a 10. But you know, I would
software
say
version.
thumbs up for getting rid of multiple versions of Windows that we don't need. So
Yeah, I think Windows Infinity should be the next name.
sure.
I like that. Thumbs up for
I
that.
hope they
No,
hire you to name
I-
the next
no.
version of Windows.
Was
I
that a
want
Dunder
them
Mifflin
to
thing?
call
Was
it-
that what was the Dunder Mifflin thing about? In Dunder Mifflin Infinity, or what did they do?
Oh yeah.
Mifflinity.
No, Infinity. They did something Infinity. Was it
And,
with the
and
triangle?
beyond.
Was it the triangle tablets that were terrible?
No, that wasn't the tablets. That was it was Ryan's internet thing.
Was that where you
the
could?
online sales. No,
Oh,
hold
the-
on. I don't know.
I didn't know
I'm
if that
gonna
was
go
this.
back to the Amazon stuff real quick here. Eric asks if he does not have an Alexa or other Amazon device. Do you have to worry about this? And the answer to that is No, you do not.
Yes. You do need to worry about it because they're going to be tethering off of your Wi-Fi whether you have a device or not. Eventually.
This is not true.
Absolutely not true.
Hey, I don't understand what's going on with this article at all, guys. So
What is Wi-Fi? No, I
it
want
could
Windows.
it could be.
I want Windows to call their next thing Windows 100 times forever 100 times.
What?
No. That's
Infinity is more than that.
Yeah, Dunder Mifflin Infinity was the sales portal that Ryan Howard set up, and then he had everyone report their over-the-phone sales as website sales to commit fraud, so that their shareholders would believe that the website was doing better than it was. And that's how he lost his job.
Dunder Mifflin Infinity.
well.
Yeah, Windows Infinity is a great idea.
That might be what happens.
think it's
to
great.
These scientists, they might lose their job because they drilled too far into the core of the Earth.
Off the coast of Japan.
That's so weird.
Whoa, wait a
What a
minute. Off the coast of
random-
Japan?
What a random thing.
What were they drilling for?
They were just drilling
Yep.
to drill the world's deepest hole in history.
So
Well,
why are
they
they upset that
succeeded?
They went down too far.
Yeah, they
If
did.
they're
They
trying-
succeeded.
What?
Why?
Well, I don't mind the why. I mean, sure, drill the world's deepest hole in the water. I just don't get if they were going for the deepest, why are they upset that they went down too far?
Well, they're not upset. They're very pleased. I just think
Oh.
that somebody might fire him for unleashing demons on the Earth. I don't know. I'm pretty sure
Demons?
that's where demons
Oh.
live.
Oh, so this is
They
another
released
setup
the Kraken.
No, they released Godzilla.
Yeah.
It's off the coast of Japan. Come on, guys. This is how he comes back.
Dig the hole.
Or is this what starts
You can see claws
The-
coming out.
the robots where we have to design those big giant robots that people command, you know?
Oh,
Mech warriors.
yeah.
Gundam Mech.
No, what was that called?
How is
Pacific
Godzilla-
Rim.
Is Godzilla as big as the depth of this hole, which is apparently 26,000 feet deep?
He probably only needs a little bit of something to get into wherever he's buried, so that he can.
Big
Uh,
is.
He just needs a little crack. I mean, just a little sliver to get out of where he's at.
Actually,
Just
I
a-
think that this might be the
Godzilla
reverse.
is
They're
only
not,
about 400 feet tall.
they're not getting him out. They're actually probably planting an egg. Somebody grew an egg of Godzilla, and they have to put it in the core of the Earth in order for it to hatch.
Does Godzilla ever fight a monster in the water? I mean, like a water-based monster. I know he fights Mothra and Mega Godzilla and a couple other things, but I'm just trying to think: is there other one that's in
King
the
Kong.
water? Well, no, like a fish, like a whale or something, like a shark or two-headed shark or something like that.
Megalodon.
No, not really.
I don't know.
I feel like if anyone would know this, Eric would know this.
Well,
Godzilla
you know, that's pretty crazy. I
fights.
can't believe they're gonna release Godzilla. That's just ridiculous.
23,000 feet is a long ways down.
26,000 feet.
26,000 feet is a
26,000.
longer
That's
way
even-
down.
That's even good.
Impressive.
I wish Matt was here to tell us how big that was.
Like, why doesn't Matt come around and tell us? I don't really understand how deep this is. I mean, it seems like it's a long ways down, but I don't quite get it. I mean, so what are they saying will happen if they go down too far, other than Godzilla?
Nothing. That's it.
But the article says they're tempting fate.
Yeah. I mean, why not? Everything is
Fate?
tempting.
I
fate.
love how like Brian's like really intent on like figuring out what's going on here, and the rest of us are like, oh wow, they dug a hole. Blaine's like,
All right.
yeah, nothing. There's nothing to be interested in here. Brian's like, but tell me about the hole. How big was it?
Well, they kept filling up with water, so I mean, how do they even know?
That's only fair. But you know, something that also has a big hole is something in your intestines that you may be able to breathe through, according to an experiment.
Your butt?
Maybe, yes. Apparently, a bunch of scientists have done an experiment and they found out that mammals can not only breathe through their lungs, but in extreme cases, they can also breathe through their buttholes.
I did not want to know this.
Wait, who can breathe through their
I've-
butthole? Silas?
Guess what kind of
I've
researchers were doing this? The
Always
Japanese.
wanted to know this.
Japanese. Is this in conjunction with the whole drilling thing?
Yes.
With the drilling
Yes,
holes
they,
thing?
they drill a hole to the bottom of the ocean so that these pigs can breathe through their butts.
Wait, to see if the Earth can breathe through its butt.
Pigs can
I-
breathe through their.
I don't know anything about geology, so. Wow.
Well,
Blaine, these are the best topics you've ever had. I mean, you started off with Bigfoot, and you ended up with pigs breathing out their butts. This is amazing.
Well,
The whole thing was a science episode. I mean, this is amazing. This is wonderful. Captain Science is pleased with your topics tonight. Thank you.
This was specially curated for you, Brian. I'm
I
glad you
appreciate it.
approved. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. You breathe through your butt, so thumbs up for that. If you
So,
ever
like,
end up in a situation where you need to.
I get that we're back to like the last thing where Blaine's trying to move off of this topic, but I'm just wondering, so if a pig farts, is that pig breathing, inhaling, exhaling? What's going on there?
It's like a burp.
Okay. Like a burp.
So pigs can burp out there.
pigs can
Pigs are-
burp out their butts.
Pigs can breathe out their butts. Pigs are disgusting.
Anyway, we're gonna move on to our Elon Musk pitches for the week. With that, anybody want to pitch anything to Mr.
Oh,
Musk?
Eric says that
Yeah.
the closest thing to Fish Godzilla is Hedorah, and it starts as a tadpole, becomes a fish, then moves to land, and finally it flies. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Why wouldn't it make sense?
It's good to know. That'll come in handy
Well,
for Final Jeopardy.
I guess if I were to do a pitch for Elon, it would be that he comes up with a stable platform for Windows to be built to like operate off of a new Windows operating system. And I want him to come up with a new naming convention, and I want it to be run off of the new M1 chips only from Apple.
Yeah, that is exactly what will happen.
So you want Elon
Apple will-
Musk to use Apple
Yeah.
products to promote the next
Yeah.
Windows upgrade.
Think about this. Over the
I love
last
it. I think that's brilliant.
30, 40 years of Apple, they've always been building their stuff off of
Other people's greatness.
not their own other people's greatness. And now I want other people to build their stuff off of Apple's greatness. And I want Elon to be behind all of it.
I love
Tim
it.
Cook's got his hands full with, I don't know, whatever he's doing, making videos for Apple.
I
You're
love
gonna
it.
die, Logan.
I'm not.
Right.
I have a pitch,
All right.
Blaine.
I don't even. All right, Silas.
I think that
Windows,
I like Silas's.
Windows
Yeah.
on Mac. Got it.
So we have a lot of
What do you got, Brian?
well, a lot of people have like old VHS tapes
Yeah, a lot of them.
with stuff on them, right? And they, I mean, it's just cumbersome, and so but to get them converted to anything else is a chore. So I want something. I want Elon to make something small, just something that you would just clip on the front of a VHS tape, and to convert it into digital. I don't want it to be a machine that has to go talk to software that has to connect to another machine. I just want something you just clip onto the front of the tape and it just and there it goes. It's digital.
It's a pretty smart idea.
I like that.
like
I have a
that you're
lot of
making this
questions.
thing. Is it
That's
like
I don't
what
know how
she
to make
said.
it work. What's that?
It's like half the size of a VHS tape.
It would be the length of a VHS
clips
tape.
on
It
the
would be
front.
something just
Gotcha.
just chunk
Ah,
and then away you go.
you just lift the flap up and then poke the tape with your finger a little bit and then slide that thing on.
She said.
I don't know.
You lick the tape a little bit. Get
That's
on
what
it.
she
Get
said.
all
Yeah.
get all ready. Use your greasy fingers. Smear it all around.
I don't-
I could
it's
see it
just-
working where like it connects into the two circles where it spins it. I think you could, if it just snaps in there. So it's smaller than a VCR, but it works with like basically the inside components of the VCR. It snaps onto it, but it immediately digitizes it. I like that.
I want it to be. I mean, it can be as long as the VHS tape, and of course is wide. But I don't want it to be any thicker than maybe an inch.
I think
Yeah.
that's perfectly reasonable.
Then you just clip onto it and it just does it. It's Elon, man.
That
Just
seems like-
he'll figure it out.
like-
He's going to Mars. He can make
Seems like
VHS
a good
tape.
problem for Elon.
I don't want to solve it for him. I just want him to do it.
Yeah, I love how anytime we come up with a pitch, we're all like, "Yeah, that sounds great," and every time Brian comes with a pitch, we're like, "Yeah, but how does it work?" We're pitching these to Elon, and we want him to actually pick one of these up. And your idea seems like the one that we're gonna nitpick to make sure that it actually gets picked up.
Maybe because I don't come up
But
with.
but
I mean,
but
I come up
having
with
said
some
that, I do have
ideas.
a few thoughts.
Having said that,
Could this technology be transferred to things like tapes instead of a VHS, like a cassette tape,
oh sure, why not? You bet.
or a reel-to-reel film?
Track.
Yeah.
It even works for
Ooh.
those slide projectors.
Oh yeah, or just like a box of
Next slide.
next slide.
That makes sense.
Box of
I
slides.
like it. I feel like if you could have some a compact way to do this efficiently and quickly, just to get it onto a digital medium, I see that there's possibilities there.
All right.
Nice work, Brian.
Thanks, Dave. It means a lot.
I think for my pitch, I'm going to pitch, Mr. Musk's probably dealing with this in the office or at home. I don't know. I'm not sure. I've never been to his house.
Really?
Where you're trying to display your computer screen on another device. Maybe you want to do it wirelessly. And
Mm-hmm.
I think he should come up with a better wireless display technology than anything we have today. That's something.
Oh, do you mean
that
like
actually
Sidecar
works.
on Apple?
Nah, that doesn't actually work.
Sidecar on Apple?
It has to work on every
It
device,
works great.
on every computer,
Yeah.
flawlessly.
Sidecar does work on
No.
every device on every computer that's Mac. You guys
That's
trying to
exactly the
trying to
opposite of every
reinvent the
device.
wheel.
That's Mac.
There you go. He should just do that. Make it happen. And it can connect to like a bunch of different displays at once. You can connect to like 10 different displays at once.
That would be cool. That'd be really cool because then you could use that Amazon technology from earlier in the piece, and you could connect to all of your friends' TVs up and down the block, and then you could take over and display a slideshow.
That's an
from one
awesome
of those
idea.
decks that has been digitized by Brian's idea.
If we shared Wi-Fi I can make everyone watch the same thing I'm watching.
Perfect.
With this TV technology you're talking about, Blaine, this is amazing. I love it.
Good. We fixed
I
it.
like this idea.
Yo, Brian, here's my idea. We can just make it work together. Maybe he can build one device that does both.
Yeah, I mean, why not? He's going to Mars for crying out loud. He should be able to do this.
All right.
Although, he hasn't actually gotten to Mars yet.
No.
So,
Good point.
giving him too much credit.
How many people do you know who say that they're going to Mars
Lots
and
of people.
believe it?
Oh, I don't know about whether I believe them or not, but they believe it. I'm sure there's plenty of people that think they're going to Mars. They also probably think that they're the Queen of England, that type of thing. So,
Only. All right.
All right. Well,
Logan,
touche.
Dave, you guys got a pitch for Mr. Musk tonight?
Yeah, I got one. Oh, God. I'd like a machine that adjusts me without me having to adjust myself.
talking about chiropractic.
I thought he was
No.
talking about
No, he's
something
talking
else.
about his pants.
Exactly. A machine that adjusts me all on its own.
I was just told I'm too loud.
It's maybe portable and fits in your pocket.
Yep, that's exactly where it goes.
Great. I give this literally nothing. I'm not commenting on it with a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I'm just going to brush right
I'm
over
sorry,
it.
I wasn't paying attention. Are we talking about chiropractic adjustment or adjusting your pants? I can't. What did I got
Nothing
distracted?
has been specified.
I was told that I'm
Nothing.
too loud, and so I was just responding. to that.
Nothing has been specified.
Just
it's a
like I
chiropractic
didn't
adjustment-
specify babies had to die.
You're bringing
Remember.
that up again?
No.
You just brought it up again.
Shit.
Yeah, that's weird.
I think if it's a
All right.
chiropractic adjustment, I think it's a great
Council
idea.
adjourned. Move on.
Dave, do you have a
I
pitch
vote-
for?
My idea.
Dave, do something positive now, okay?
No, I'm good.
All right.
On my
Eric,
idea.
Eric says that you're too loud, Brian.
Brian, I can hear you all the way over here.
Oh my gosh.
All right, with that, I'm going to
That's
call this
good.
council meeting adjourned. Thank you, everybody, for listening. And if you watch this live, it is Tuesday night, in case you didn't know. But if you want to check out all of our past episodes, you can check us out on not YouTube, and maybe go to councilcast.org or iTunes, maybe your favorite podcatcher, if we ever decide to upload some more episodes.
I love how you said we could listen to all of the back episodes when right now it's some of the back episodes.
I mean, it's
should
most
say
of them.
most
It's,
of
it's,
the back
it's over
episodes.
150 episodes.
That's a lot of
That's a lot of content to get through.
If
So
you get
just
through
start at the
all
beginning.
of those, just email us at idon'tcare@councilcast.org, and I'll send you the rest.
Perfect.
or
And use your neighbor's Wi-Fi to listen to them all.
and make sure you use your
Yeah.
neighbor's Wi-Fi.
Oh
You can
Oh,
also check us
man.
out on Twitter at RealCouncilCast. Thanks for listening, and goodbye.
Goodbye.